Yeah, but see, China has been doing that for a hot minute.
Yeah, China has cows that produce human breast milk.
It's inventive, honestly.
They're doing that because of their food crisis. Oh, do you know China also has the first virtual reality newscaster, like news anchor?
No.
It's all computer.
Computer generated?
Yeah,
All
everything.
these CRISPR
Well, that's kind of
designer
scary.
babies. Kind of like designer babies.
It's kind of like that where you saw I forget which one Keir killed, but he was doing the Obama impersonation, and then you're seeing Obama's face, and the mouth is moving with it, and they just did like a real-time editor.
Yeah.
That's like a lot of the revenge porn stuff that's coming out.
I've seen that where they take the algorithm of the face of
Yeah.
whatever and they put it on a different person.
If you have enough source material, source pictures from
Yeah.
all different angles, then it works. Like they did it to Emma Watson, whatever her name is. Yeah, I think Emma Watson. But they just morph it on some other chick, and it's like, okay.
It's really weird because now we're talking like you can legitimately frame somebody for a crime.
Well, it's kind of funny. Like, I mean, we could do the whole conspiracy corner right now, but like back in the day, you could like even the best impersonator. You could tell if the computer like analyzed the voice, like, oh, that's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
that person. But then they through like computer generated audio, they're able to completely replicate someone's voice, and where a computer can't tell.
Mm-hmm.
And it was they made a sample to show people like what they could do, and it was the voice of Colin Powell
Colin Powell.
talking about how Colin Powell was talking about the voice that they had generated of him saying something about that they're gonna start a coup and take over the government, whatever. And that was like before 9/11.
Yeah.
And then 9/11 happens. During 9/11, supposedly some people in the passengers tried to make calls out, cell phone calls at high altitude, which can't happen or couldn't happen then.
Not back then, yeah.
Can't
Now it
happen
can.
now. It couldn't happen then. And then they're like, oh, that was that person's voice. But then one of the calls was, "Hey, Mom, this is Derek Gray." Obviously, they didn't say,
Yeah.
but would you ever say this is? Maybe if you have a lot of like children, you'd say, "Oh, this is Johnny," or this
Yeah.
is, No,
But give us say most parents can understand their children's voice.
exactly. And the dude's like, "Hey, this is blah blah."
Weird.
Yeah. So of course, conspiracy guys are like, oh, they manufactured voices and did all this stuff. I mean, right after, like not right after, but shortly after 9/11, a guy took all the major cell phone carriers of the time, and he's a pilot, and he went up at different altitudes, and even going up like 3,000 to 5,000 feet, the chances of you getting a connection, because the cell phone towers kind of work.
Yeah, they used to work angled down
Yeah.
and lateral, but
I'm
now
kinda-
they emit up as well.
Yeah. And then also the planes now have
Yeah,
antennas
to
underneath.
push cell phone traffic down,
What's weird is
which is how their Wi-Fi works on board now. Is it's piggybacking off of all the cell carriers that they fly over, and then they also have antenna facing up for satellite connectivity. So when they go like international, and there's obviously no cell towers beneath
Yeah.
them, then their Wi-Fi box switches over to emit to the satellites above.
kind of like when I flew to Hawaii. That was crazy.
Hawaii,
I didn't like that at all.
flying over water. I
Being
mean, even-
awake, I wasn't allowed to
Oh, you weren't allowed to sleep.
lay on
Yeah.
the floor and take some Ambien and be like, oh, what? Oh, okay,
I've thought about that too. Well, I mean, being that you're retired, you can always take military transport now, Space A.
Yeah, but it takes a lot to do that.
Well, it's just because you're on a lower priority list now.
Yeah, like you have to
You have to have, more time.
Yeah, you have to have everything like down to the line. Like, it'd be nice if Tiffany could just, I don't know,
Take off a month.
take off for a month. But like, all right, whenever we get a spot, we're gonna go.
Yeah.
But
I would like to do it, but unfortunately, I think the kid's gonna delay that because me and the wife talked about just like space A around Europe
Yeah.
because we can get to the United Kingdom real easy from Campbell. Actually,
Yeah.
there's a flight going to the United Kingdom somewhere every month from Campbell. We can just hop on. Yeah, Campbell's actually a really good base.
That's good to know.
Yeah, it's either somewhere just north of London in Britain, and then Dublin is the other one it flies to all the time, every month. So you're always gonna get to the United Kingdom.
That's cool. I remember back when the rare times we would take C5s across.
Oh, I hate C5s.
Fucking hate C5s. C5s
You have to stay in
fucking
these
suck.
seats. No, I want to lay down, dude.
And you're facing backwards.
It's a really weird feeling.
And
Like
they're-
sitting sideways in a helicopter, like it took a little bit to get used to, but
Yeah.
it wasn't as hard. Like facing forward's fine, but sitting backwards,
I hated sitting on the left side. I think I just got used to sitting right so much.
I did too.
That sitting left was like
It felt awkward.
weird, yeah. But when they were redoing the active a long time ago, they were redoing the active at Campbell. They had they bust us down to Nashville, take a C5.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, and it went from Nashville to Spain. We didn't have enough time to go, look around
Out
or
and about.
anything. Yeah. Plus the little area was like a really small town.
Rhoda?
Yeah.
Rhoda's
That's
beautiful.
it.
I've been to Rhoda several times.
Yeah. I never got to see anything.
We broke in Rhoda for no shit. I think it was 10 days.
You would think it's a C5. Automatic brake, we're
Yeah.
going to get to do whatever we want, but Janet, move.
I've had less time in Germany with the Air Force. It's really funny. Like most of the time we stop in Germany, I've only got a few days exploring Germany,
Yeah.
but because I have way more time exploring Spain than I do Germany. But it was funny. Like every time we would land in Germany, most of the time they're like, "We're good, we're going." Fuck you, man.
Yeah, I have most of my time. The exact opposite. I had no time in Spain, most of my time in Germany. That's when, like, the first time I actually tasted, like, real German beer.
Real German beer.
I'm like, I'm not a beer guy. I don't like it, whatever.
It's not bad over there.
Whatever beer I had was just delicious. What the
It has to do with the different quality of water. Because I've noticed that from making my own moonshine, right? Is the water quality is everything.
Yeah.
So when I make it with Florida spring water, to me it tastes better because it comes from a spring. But then if you go to Colorado and get some of that mountain spring water with natural minerals infused, that stuff's delicious too.
Yeah.
But the local water here, like local brew, like nasty.
So
It's the Cumberland River water.
why is Google's all, like, blacked out right now?
Because today is a national day of mourning
Morning for Bush.
for Bush.
Not the biggest fan of that guy.
We could talk about that. I mean, I think it's a little distasteful to bash another president, but you know what? He is a man.
Yeah, he was. Like, I don't know.
Does it really warrant a national day of mourning? That I understand for the family to mourn the loss of their loved one, but
Yeah.
I don't think we should. To me, it's like we're bordering on the line now of monarchy bullshit. Right, this is the type of shit that would happen when a prince or a king died. Oh, now we have to have a mourning phase,
Yeah.
or like the chieftain of a tribe. Like he's a
Or
man.
like the death of the queen in Hawaii. Didn't the guy like gnash his teeth with a rock?
Yeah,
Like, oh, that's like the worst thing to do ever. Like, it makes my teeth hurt just thinking about that.
what, kick in the teeth.
Well, like, oh, this person I really care about died, so now I'm going to take a rock and bash my teeth in.
Yeah,
Gnashing of teeth, like, oh.
That really sounds really.
But like, when it comes to like the Bush family and 41 dying, I don't know. Like, his dad was involved with the Nazis.
mm-hmm.
Prescott kind of laundered the stolen money that the Nazis gathered from all the Jews.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like maybe as time is progressing, that the royal American families are starting to show up.
Yeah. Like, what's weird is Obama. I mean, it's not
he's-
weird. It's understand. I know why he's doing it, but it's like that whole rule where once your presidency is done, that's it. You're like you kind of like take a back seat to everything, and he's not. He's still like in the back seat, like,
Hey, let's drive here.
yeah,
But I mean, he's still young, and that could be part of his problem was that he was a young president, and so he feels like he's got that, I guess, that symptom where he's like, oh, I'm the only one who can fix it. I'm the only one who knows what's going on.
kind of like shortly after like when I retired, I still felt like, oh, but who's gonna do the
Yeah.
who's gonna do that?
Who's gonna do that? Yeah, I was the only one that could do that.
Yeah, like it
It might
really
be the same
was.
thing because even still today, that guilt is still there a little bit. Harboring lots of experience and knowledge that you couldn't give away to
Yeah,
the guys. And it would take so long for them to learn it anyways.
yeah,
Because we're both over 10 years of experience. Like you can't just give 10 years of experience to a guy
no, you
right
can't.
off the bat. That was one of the things I experienced in my job after the army was, when I was told that the companies that were not just companies, but other nations that we were selling equipment to, they were expecting me to give them that over 10 years experience. And I was like, you can't do that in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I would need to be there at least a year to show them lots of good good methods and
once if
tricks and tips I learned. But
if they know the job and have a good understanding, then maybe you could show them some tips,
Yeah.
little tricks, and little easy ways to do
Right.
things.
was also compounded by the fact that a lot of them English wasn't their first language.
Yeah,
So then I would say stuff like, snug it up, or, because in America, we refer to lots of things as pucks. Nobody else in the world knows what the fuck a puck is, right? It's a free floating piston. We call it a puck.
yeah,
But to them, it's a piston. So if we say, yeah, there's a puck in here, and they're like, what the fuck's a puck? Like stuff like that. So you have to
Like-
work through the
Are you
American
talking
slang.
about the accumulator or whatever?
Yeah, not just the accumulator, but like even just the way our shock strut is,
Oh yeah,
And, like the way you explain it to them is the way I was taught. Yes, I know the proper terminology, but I've been teaching Americans for so
Yeah.
long that it's like, yeah, this is a puck.
the common vernacular kind of.
Yeah, it gets lost in them.
Yeah.
And even like, we understand, if I say something to you like, oh yeah, it was a fourth and inches situation, you'd be like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I get that situation, the high stress or whatever. But you say that to someone who's a foreigner, they're just like, what are you talking about? All right, so
Is that a red card? Or a
yeah,
yellow?
exactly.
Nope.
Right, then you have to figure out like, okay, so in America, we don't really pay that much attention to soccer. So it's like,
Exactly.
wait, how do I explain this to them? Like the level. Okay, so he's already got 2 yellow cards and then he gets a red. Is that how it works? Like, you can't stress the
Yeah.
importance enough to them.
You want to talk about hunting?
Yeah, we can talk a little bit about hunting. 'Cause
Yeah.
I do have some theories on that. Some
Yeah,
opinions.
I've never been hunting in my life.
Oh, we're gonna change that.
Yeah, we
you
are.
and I.
Like, I want to do one of those aerial hog hunts.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
Yeah, but
If we sign up because we're disabled vets,
well, there's
it's
a
free for us.
there's a specific company I think that works with the task force, and I think Seth was saying that he put his and my name in, but he doesn't know if I guess it's like a.
It's a luck of the draw type
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
So I mean, that's the only fair way to do it. Otherwise,
Because my buddy, before he passed away down in Florida, put in for one, and they had a ground hunt and an aerial hunt. Well, he didn't get the aerial hunt, but he got the ground hunt. And he said that was still fun.
yeah. You know what's fun is like, excuse me, they're a pest, right?
Yeah.
Just have Dylan show up with his Suburbans, man. That's a hunt. You want me on the ground? Okay,
I
exactly.
still need a minigun.
It was so nice.
Man, I
Well-
guess we could talk about hunting.
Yeah,
What do you want, Janet?
like I want to start hunting. I don't know how.
Because I think... Oh, let's go ahead and start the show.
Out there filling that food.
put this on.
You don't have to do that. I can do it now.
Oh, you can do it just. Oh,
Yeah.
because you downloaded it.
Yeah,
I just like.
it's
having an
easier. I
audio
can
cue.
I can actually. You can do it now that we don't. Oh, dog! I swear to God, you're in the woods. You can do it. It doesn't matter.
Okay, well, I just have to pretend like I hear it.
Well, I mean, you can do it. It's fine.
Because I wanted to. I think I came up with a catchphrase earlier. It was like, it could be like, "You've entered the freedom zone."
You can start if you want.
Okay, we'll do it the old way.